Who is that?
Yeah, here's your package. Who the hell is that?
Some really rude mailman.
We finally did it. We got some trackers.
So this right here is a OBD 2-port GPS tracker, and this video is sponsored by OneStep GPS. Now, over the years, HP and I have had some very close run-ins with cars that either went missing or were flat out stolen. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got word that our Maserati Ghibli was abandoned, and so we've got to go pick it up. Our 2011 white Ford Focus has officially been missing for over 1 week.
And it's time to change all that.
So last night around 7 p.m. I got a text message from a renter basically stating that she didn't know where our car is.
Oh.
So even though HP and I have had a number of cars that have gone missing, haven't been returned, have been stolen, we never purchased trackers in the past, really because of the cost. Trackers can be really expensive, especially when you're buying them for an entire fleet of vehicles, and whenever you compare that to what we have historically paid for cars, the numbers just didn't really make sense.
Because of recent events, we've had a number of vehicles go missing back to back, and it's kind of pushed us in the direction of maybe it's time to get trackers.
Bye, Kia. But even after these things happened to our cars, we still were leaning on the fence of not getting trackers for them because it wasn't worth it for something to happen 1 or 2 times per year.
But we recently switched insurance companies, which kind of made the decision for us because they require trackers in order to have insurance with them.
So after we found out that we really had to get trackers if we wanted to go with this insurance provider, we started doing our research on which trackers really met the needs of what we were looking for, as well as the trackers of what our insurance company needed, and that's how we found and we ended up going with OneStep GPS.
Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, you guys only went with OneStep GPS because you guys are sponsored.
But that actually isn't the case. We ended up going with our insurance provider. We had to buy a bunch of trackers, and it wasn't until after we bought them and after the trackers were shipped to our door where I decided to reach out to OneStep GPS to see if they would be interested in doing a partnership with us.
And after buying 15 of their trackers, they happily agreed to it.
I've been waiting for this one. So it's coming up on HP and I's year anniversary of starting this YouTube channel, and it's been about 2.5 years since I started my personal YouTube channel. And over the last, 2 years or so, I've been trying to learn as much as I can possibly learn about cameras. I've been trying to learn which cameras to buy, how to make the shot better, but cameras are extremely daunting. Now, some of you guys may notice that in a few of our videos, we really struggle with the shot being too dark, and this has been amplified because for a really long time, my 4Runner, which is where we shoot a lot of our car videos, it didn't have tint. It was just tintless windows. But recently, we actually got the 4Runner tinted, and as a result, the lighting in that car has become significantly worse. So we recently bought this and it finally came in. You see, though HP and I have a pretty decent camera, we actually have a pretty bad lens. It's what is considered to be a kit lens, meaning it's the lens that came with the camera. So after doing a ton of research, we settled on buying a new lens, which should help our shot quite a bit, but I am eager to see if it lives up to the hype that I read about it online. And that is this big Mac Daddy lens right here. This lens is about twice as big and twice as heavy as the lens that's currently on this camera right now, but let's see what it looks like in 3, 2, 1. So looking at the viewfinder here, it looks as though this is quite a higher quality, but ultimately time will tell. We'll have to just see how it ends up working for us long term. But as we continue to shoot on this lens, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Look, our new lens came in.
Ooh.
Look at that crispness.
How about look? How about look?
Look great.
Look. Wait, are we supposed to be filming about trackers?
Oh yeah.
So this is a tracker from OneStep GPS, and this is their OBD2 tracker. So it plugs right into your car's OBD2 port, and every car has had it since 1996, and it's really simple to install. It plugs in just like this.
And as far as why we chose OneStep GPS specifically, to be honest, our insurance company and the fact they require trackers, that was a big role here. You see, even after we experienced issues with our car going missing over the last year, we still weren't really sold on the idea of getting trackers. But over the last couple of months, HP and I have been wanting to switch to a new commercial insurance policy. We ended up going with a company called ABI, which offers something called a Period X insurance program, and this program requires you to have trackers. So that's really why we ended up pulling the trigger. But it worked out really well because not only does OneStep GPS work with our insurance policy, but it also offers a lot of the features that we were looking for in a tracker anyways.
Now with OneStep GPS, they actually have two versions available. They have the desktop version for people like Aubrey who are like always at their computer 24/7, or like me where I'm always mobile, working on cars, checking in, or purchasing car parts. Now with OneStep GPS's mobile app, it's not as refined compared to like Bouncy, which is one of their competitors, but it still provides all the information that we're actually looking for. So with OneStep GPS, it actually shows you the closest address the vehicle is located at. It shows you how fast it's going. You can actually even set geofences to let you know anytime the car is outside of a certain area that you don't want it to be in.
And where geofences can really come into handy is for any of you that do remote key exchanges and you want to be notified whenever a car has been returned. I think that that is a really clever use for that feature. Now, to be honest, I definitely don't think that trackers are something that you have to have for your Turo fleet. In fact, for years, I swore against them. But I do think that if you're somebody who wants to get trackers for the added security, or if you're somebody who's wanting to look at getting commercial insurance in the future,
this is a great way to knock out two birds with one stone.
And honestly, whenever it comes to choosing a tracker, there are a ton of different options to choose from. It really comes down to how much you're wanting to spend and which features are important to you. But if you're interested in checking out OneStep GPS, you can go down the description below, click on the link, and that can get you $10 off your purchase.
And for those of y'all that have been nagging us this entire time, you should get trackers, you should get trackers, you don't know where your cars are at. Okay, fine, we did it, you won, all right? But as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video. One thing we forgot to mention is that if you're ordering over the phone, be sure to mention that Aubrey sent you to receive your $10 off, and we'll see you in the next video.
No.